Guys, times are tough. Your paycheck doesn't go as far as it used to, common grocery items are skyrocketing in price, and it's all about to get a whole lot worse. Naturally, I thought the most fun way to prepare myself for this would be to take one of my favorite childhood games and impose upon it the tough economic conditions that I am now forced to contend with as an adult. We're going to find out how a recession would affect the survival probability of a garden zombie invasion. Can you beat Plants vs. Zombies in the Great Depression? Now, I know what you're thinking. Becky, what are you even talking about anymore? You've uploaded 3 times and you're already out of video ideas? Why don't you just delete your channel already? Hurtful, but let me explain the rules. The main challenge of this run is that my sun is going to be permanently capped at 100 for the entire playthrough. That solar energy isn't cheap after all. If my sun ever goes above 100, I have to reset the level. Effectively, this means that about half of the plants in the game are off limits to me since they're too expensive. Additionally, I can't just hoard sun and constantly plant cheap crops since my total sun value cannot exceed 100. There are some more rules to this challenge, but I'll explain them in more detail as we go along. For now, let's just jump right in. Since our arsenal of plants begins with nothing but the pea shooter, 100 was the lowest I could set this value in a new save file. Immediately, it was a struggle to resist picking up extra sun. And honestly, oh fuck. See, I fucked up. I was originally going to hack the game to prevent the sun from being able to even go over 100, but I'm not really that good at cheat engines, so I'm just going to have to be disciplined here. Oh, and if you notice the game changing speed, I kind of got addicted to playing this game sped up after making my last video, and the need for speed has taken over my life, so I added a fast forward button. These lawn levels go by pretty unremarkably. The only affordable plants made available to me over the first 10 stages are pea shooter, sunflower, walnut, and potato mine, which means that my lawn defense relies on just placing column after column of pea shooters with nuts in the front and an occasional tater to buy some time or make a pole vaulter waste their jump. My biggest enemy was still the economy itself, with most of my resets coming from me just not paying attention and picking up too much sun. Dude, I'm gonna keep doing that. No. No. Oh, okay. Dude, no. It's gonna keep happening. It's gonna keep happening. I can't resist the urge to pick up sun when it's falling. I fucking... It also really sucks not getting to use snow peas because that pretty much locks me out of using ice at all in this run. Finally, we get to the first conveyor belt level, and I spent a while trying to figure out how to handle this. All the plants are government funded on these levels, and you don't actually pick up any sun, so I could technically just play through them normally and not break the rules of the challenge. This felt way too easy though, so I decided instead that I'd only use plants that I can afford. Cheap-ass government won't buy me any fancy plants. My conveyor bar kept filling up with them, which was annoying, but I got around this by placing them in spots where they wouldn't do anything, and then instantly removing them. With my humble army of peas, nuts, and taters, I clawed my way to victory. The night levels were a welcome respite. Mushrooms are way cheaper than plants, with the only one that's too expensive to use being the Doom Shroom, so I had a lot more options now. Oh look, Crazy Dave's gonna let me upgrade my seed slots for just $750? Are you butt fucking kidding me? In this economy? I haven't even made a dent in my student loans. I'm not paying for that shit. In fact, I'm not paying for anything in this run, and if the IRS has a problem with that, they can talk to my pea shooters. Is that like way too hard? Is that like not funny? By the way, if you're trying to get better at video games, just play Whack-A-Zombie at double speed. Your reflexes will go crazy. It's how I'm able to hit sick-ass trick shots like this. With the restrictions of the challenge feeling pretty lax in these levels, I had no problem getting through them, except for a couple of times when a disco zombie slipped past me because I couldn't afford a hypno shroom. I regularly think about the dream I had where I was watching a guy do a tier list of Plants vs. Zombies plants based on how good they taste in real life, if they're real life analogs. And he went to eat a hypno shroom, and it was just like a hallucinogenic mushroom. And then the rest of the video, he was just like looking around, scared. I wish I could create that video in real life. It'd be so funny. The conveyor level was especially easy since I could use almost all the plants, and just like that, we moved on to the pool levels. Hey, stop with the tomatoes. I will kill you! Since it's daytime again, the prices are going back up, and most of the plants I acquire over these levels will not be usable. No Threepeaters, torchwoods, jalapenos, or tall nuts, which is a real pain. In fact, by the time I get through these levels, the only daytime plants I'll have that can deal damage and aren't just single-use one-shots are the pea shooter and the spikeweed. These tariffs are killing me, man. Despite this lack of usable plants, I still lost more times to my own greed than the zombies, though. Okay, let's go. Oh, fuck. No! It's over. Shit. Please don't be in the bottom pool lane. Are you fucking kidding me? I seriously need to fucking figure out a way to fix that. I'm getting like reverse muscle memory, cannot pick up. Fuck! Just as I fucking complain about it, dude. Once I unlocked Tangle Kelp, having only 6 seed slots was starting to annoy me. Up until now, I didn't really need to pick my plants, since I only had so many I could afford, but now I have to actually start strategizing a bit. And I knew this was only going to get worse later on. I unlocked Crazy Dave's shop, but as I mentioned earlier, I have bills to pay, so I'm not going to be buying anything in this run. Unfortunately, the next level would reveal itself to be a breaking point for this challenge. 3-5 is a conveyor belt level where the player must fend off hordes of cute little baby zombies. They have way less health than normal, but move much faster and spawn in bigger groups. The conveyor belt on this level supplies you with 4 plants: lily pads, pea shooters, walnuts, and cherry bombs. That's 3 plants that I can use, so what's the issue? Well, the level is set up for you to be spamming cherry bombs all the time to manage the fast approaching zomblets, and I quickly learned that trying to win without them is next to impossible. With the right RNG on the conveyor belt, this should have been doable, but I never experienced such divine providence. But here's the thing, I'm not actually spending any sun, or even picking up any sun, so technically speaking, it's not violating the rules of the run to use cherry bombs, just the spirit of it. I managed to beat the level with just 1 cherry bomb, and I don't really see myself doing any better than that, so we'll just have to live with it. Things are gonna get more complicated soon anyway. Just as I was starting to get tired of planting nothing but pea shooters, I finally got another usable attacking plant in spikeweed, which added some nice diversity to my garden and helped with the zombonis. Also, these plays I'm making, on a budget no less, sign me to a league already. No, I was doing so well. Let's run it back. Fortunate. Shit. Are you fucking kidding me? I misplaced that shit. Are you? No. We're good. After an effortless romp through the rest of the pool levels, we make it to 3-10, which presents a slight issue for me. So here's the deal. I'm gonna let some shit scroll by and see if there's anything I can actually plant. I don't think there is gonna be, except lily pads. And spike weeds. And tangle kelps. So this is the spread that I have. In fact, I can just do this. This is the spread that I have. Probably no squashes though. So it would be squashes, tangle kelps, and spike weeds, and lily pads. I am pretty sure you cannot beat this level with such a configuration of plants. Now at this point, I could have just said fuck it and played the conveyor belt levels however I wanted, since we already clarified that it doesn't violate the rules of the run, but this is meant to be a challenge, so I didn't want to make it that easy. The solution I settled on was to limit myself to 2 columns of plants. For the lore of this run, we'll say that's the maximum amount of government-funded plants I'm allowed to have based on my household income. This does mean I had to constantly be planting and immediately digging up seeds in order to make room in the conveyor belt, but thanks to the fact that lawnmowers work for 1 tile in the pool, I snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. You know, they used to call me the Fog Man, because I would hang out in the fog and kill people with a knife. Yeah, don't worry about it. They never caught me. Going into the fog levels, I once again expected to have a bad time, but the constraints of the challenge are way less of a factor in the nighttime levels, so it wasn't that bad. Oh wait, I forgot to do the... But yeah, it totally seemed like I was gonna breeze right through these stages. Till this fucking guy showed up. With my only anti-balloon plant being the exorbitantly priced cactus, I actually have no way to defend myself against this floating fuck until I unlock blowers. My only option is to let him dangle on by and hope that only 1 spawns per row, which luckily only took a few attempts. Please don't spawn balloons on me in the bottom row. That's all I need to win. No, dude! Still, now I have to bring a blower every time there's a balloon zombie, further limiting my seed pool. I speedran through Vasebreaker without really giving a shit, and since I couldn't use split peas or starfruit to deal with the digging zombies, I just left the back row empty and used insta-kill plants to take care of them. Oh fuck. Yes! Let's go. The rest of the fog levels were a breeze, but once again, the conveyor belt in 410 was a cruel mistress. The only affordable attacking plant offered to me was the sea shroom, so I'd have to go with the 2-column strat again. I had to manage my lawn pretty closely, juggling magnet shrooms and cacti to combat the various threats, and managed to win on my second try. Hope things are going well under there. True. Yes! Yes! The roof levels were going to be a mixed bag. On one hand, I'd have access to 2 new attacking plants and the coffee bean, but on the other hand, we can't afford roof cleaners, so any breach of my defenses will result in an instant loss. Either way, my strategy was basically the same at first, only with cabbage pults instead of pea shooters. And since we're back in the daytime, I continued to lose to my own poor attention span. Please fuck off. What did I just say? I said please. No, don't do that. Oh my god, I fucking did it again. God. Okay. I will not collect more than 100 sun this time. Jesus Christ. Why is that the hardest part of this run? Is just not clicking on the fucking little yellow orb. It just glows, it spins, it pulsates. It draws your eye in. I am making a vow. I'm taking a stand. For what I fucking believe in. Dude, the zombies are coming. That's so fucking funny. You know, when I posted my last Plants vs. Zombies video, I got a lot of comments saying like, dude, you should try the Plants vs. Zombies Brutal EX Ultimate Plus mod. And I downloaded it. First of all, it was like Chinese malware. But second of all, it sucked. It was so unfun to play. Brutal.exe, literally. I remember I saw one of those Chinese Plants vs. Zombies videos on Instagram once. And the top comment said, it said like, look, Chinese Plants vs. Zombies edit, make a wish. And I think about that every time I see one now. Let's fucking go, the Zen Garden. Yes! What's in the cup? Oh, you don't want to know, dude. Sipping on promethazine. Boiled glue. True. You got me. It's actually water. I have a little bit of a headache, so. Wait, do I have to do this? No. Oh, I don't. That's funny. 5-5 was another conveyor belt level where I couldn't afford the plants, and I kind of forgot to only use 2 columns this time, but honestly, it doesn't matter. The whole economy is a speculative human construct anyway, and there's no gold behind our money. Once the Gargantuars started showing up, things got a lot more precarious, and it seemed like the only way I could reliably kill them was with a double squash attack. It would have been nice to get to use coffee bean and magnet shrooms for these later levels, but with only 6 slots, it wasn't really worth it, so this was the best I could do. Can you guys use butter, please? Please, 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 you're throwing. Thank you. Guys, it's okay. Nobody's perfect. God. Nobody's perfect. No! Oh, you fucking asshole. I can't believe that just happened. No, no, no. Dude, I need to get past this level before I lose my mind. Don't dude me. I'm hurting worse than you are. Let's go. Let's go! Now that I think about it, how plant kill zombie if plant only got plant, and zombie is human of was human but plant is only corn? Much to think about. Despite my poor man's arsenal, I conquered the remaining roof levels and made it to Dr. Zomboss, only to face the greatest dilemma of this challenge. The conveyor belt on 510 gives cabbage pults, kernel pults, melon pults, jalapenos, and ice shrooms. Now that sounds like a good amount of affordable attacking plants, but the only issue is that jalapenos are out of my price range, leaving me entirely defenseless to Zomboss's ice ball attack. Additionally, not having roof cleaners means that the classic one-lane Zomboss strat that I totally always knew about wasn't an option. I really wanted to beat this level with the original constraints of the challenge, but it just didn't seem like it was going to happen, so I was forced to do the 2-column strat one last time. Funnily enough, this actually afforded me some tactical advantages. Both his bungee zombies and Van Drop tend to just miss my plants entirely, so in just one attempt... Woo! Damn, I'm sweating. Oh, that was so hard. That felt like nothing, honestly. We did it, everyone. We survived an economic depression, fending off threats both great and small. You know, I learned something today. Money isn't everything. Sure, it can get you plenty of creature comforts that make your day-to-day life a bit easier, but ultimately, it can't buy you everything. Close friendships, a successful YouTube/Twitch career, puff shrooms. You don't need money for all that. And those are the most precious things we have in this world. So just remember that... Wait, what's this? What the fuck? I still have to, oh my god! This isn't covered on my insurance? I actually have to pay this. Oh my god, that's like all of my fucking are you fucking joking me? I'm gonna be broke! It's so over, dude! It's so over!